The play PA slide out of the iForm H Pro is a really nice play action play. PA slide plays in general are very good in Madden, and there's no setup required for this one. We just want to carry out the play action, roll out right, and then we have a high-low read between the crossing route and the flat route. Sometimes both of these will be open, like in that example there. Other times you're going to have one open, so it's just about reading the defense. This crossing route in general does a really good job at finding a hole versus most zones, and it's also a good man-beating route as well. But as you can see here, if they leave the flat open, you want to take advantage of that as well. The flat was wide open again there, but we still went with the crossing route because we had a window to throw it in, and if you're comfortable with threading the needle, you definitely can pick up bigger yards doing that. But as you see here, now we finally take the check down route, and we turn that into about a 10-yard gain on a simple flat route. Last but not least, there is a deep post, so if the defense is not protecting deep, you can take the top off for a touchdown. The halfback sweep play out of the I-form close formation is one of the best run plays in Madden 19, bar none. This is a very, very simple toss play that you can get to the outside with and really pick up some big yardage. When you get the one-on-one situations, you definitely want to try to use jukes and spin moves to your advantage. You can also flip this run to the left. When you do that, I like to take the outside wide receiver and motion him over just for some extra blocking, and you can see that the blocking sets up very nicely, and this is going to be a very consistent 5+ yard run for you on the outside. Toss plays are very good this year, as you can see again in the open field, using the juke move to our advantage, and that springs us for a touchdown. So, like I said, toss plays in general are very good this year. This, in my opinion, is one of the very best, if not the best. Again, flipping the run to the left and then motioning over that outside wide receiver just for some extra blocking, getting into the open field, and again, 5+ yards is going to be pretty much the standard with this run the majority of the time. Definitely a run you want to get in your arsenal and make your opponent have to respect. Single back wing pair tight end attack is a very nice under center passing play. It requires no setup, so we can just get to the line and hike the ball very quickly. The main route you're going to want to focus on is the A route by the tight end. He's going to be doing a kind of a short post over the middle. This route is going to destroy man, and it's going to get open against most zone defenses as well. The other route I really like on this play is the delayed route to the running back. He will do very well against man, but also against zone if they don't play underneath coverage. Because his route delays a split second, it allows the zones to drop further back, and he can get underneath them nicely for 5 to 10 yards pretty consistently. And I love delayed routes to the running back this year. Last but not least, we have the other tight end running a post route over the middle. If they are not defending deep, you can get some big yardage with this route. The single back wing pair 0-1 trap is one of the better under center runs in the game. It does have an auto motion, but there are also other auto motion plays in this formation, so you can really trick your opponent by mixing it up. But I just really love the way the blocking sets up on this 0-1 trap. I think 0-1 traps in general are just better this year than they were last year, especially under center, but this one in particular, having 3 tight ends on the field and with the motion, it just lets the blocking set up really nicely. We have a lot of big bodies up front to help lead the way for us. You're usually going to have a hole to run through, but what else I really love about this run is you have the ability to cut it quickly to the outside if you see that the outside is wide open. And not every run play has that ability. Some run plays you can really only take it up the middle, but this 0-1 trap you can take it up the middle or to the outside. As you see, the blocking sets up nicely, especially if the defense is not in a run-heavy defense. You're going to pancake them with this because we have so many tight ends on the field. Here you're going to see cutting it to the outside, like I said, the ability to quickly get to the outside and pick up some crazy yardage with this run play. Single back bunch base FL drive is a very easy money play in Madden 19. It requires no setup, so we can just snap the ball. And there's 2 main reads that I look at on this play. The first one is the drag. If it's open, you take that right away, you turn it upfield for extra yardage. It will toast man defense, and it'll get underneath zones. If there's no hard flat coverage, that drag will be open all day. The second route I look to hit is the trail route coming behind it, the angle route. that is going to make a very nice route combination, especially against zone defense, because usually one or the other will be open. You also have a deep in route, so if the zones cheat a little bit too far up, you can hit that as well, but I typically focus on the drag and the trail route as they usually get the job done on this play. The play PA crossers out of the gun tray Y flex formation is one of my favorite passing plays in the game this year. To set this up, I like to put the A tight end on a fade, and I want to put the X receiver on a drag. I like to cancel the play action when the QB goes to hand the ball off. You do this by holding the right trigger or the R2 button. This just gives you control of your quarterback a little quicker so that if you need to make a dump down pass to the drag, you can throw it to him a lot quicker. But the main money route on this play is the crossing route being ran by the B receiver. This is one of the best routes in the game this year. Pretty much has to be user defended. It's going to torch man defense, and against zone, it's almost always going to find a window for you to throw it in, usually pass leading it onto the sideline and getting a possession catch. We do have the drag coming underneath, which is our check down option. It works as a nice high-low read with the deep cross. So if the drag is there, you take the drag, you get your easy 5 to 10 yards, and it's pretty consistent. You also have a deep post over the middle, so if they're not protecting deep, you want to take the top off the defense. The single back wing formation has a very nice toss play that goes by the name of the halfback toss crack. Now what's really nice about this play is we have an auto motion blocker with the wide receiver. He's going to motion across and he is going to set the edge for us, making that nice block on the defensive end, and that really opens up the outside for us to be able to run for some big yardage. He'll just motion over, as you see, and he's going to pin the nearest defender to the inside, which is really great for us, as you see here, against goal line, going untouched for a touchdown. By him motioning across and pinning that receiver to the inside, it makes it very hard for the outside defender to block shed us, whereas in other runs, it's a little bit easier for the defenders to block shed, but not with this because we have that crack block coming from the outside. And then we're also running behind 2 tight ends, which is always good when you're running the ball to have a 2 tight end set because they're going to help provide good blocking. As you see again, we are going untouched for a touchdown.